Safety in Obedience. Chapter 1. The Tall Bushes. It is a nice morning, and Kippy the young kangaroo bounced happily through the open bush. His fur shimmered in the sun, and his eyes sparkled with curiosity. Every rock, every leaf, every sound made him want to explore more. The tall trees whispered stories in the breeze, and the flowers nodded their colourful heads as he passed. "I wonder what's beyond the big gum tree," Kippy said aloud, his strong little legs twitching with excitement. Not far behind, his mum watched with a smile. She was gentle but firm, and her pouch was the safest place in the world. "Obedience keeps you safe, my little Kippy," she called out in her calm voice, the one that always made Kippy feel warm inside. Kippy turned, flicked one of his ears towards her, and kept hopping in circles. Near the edge of the bush, old Mr. Wumble the wombat raised his nose in the air. He was slow and careful, with fur like dusty earth and eyes full of knowledge. "Everyone listen," he called. "I saw a snake near the tall bushes this morning. Stay away, little ones. It's not safe there." Kippy's mum's ears twitched. She turned to Kippy, her voice serious now. "Did you hear that, Kippy? You must stay close. Do not go near the tall bushes. That's where the snake hides." Kippy nodded quickly, but inside he felt a little thrill. A snake? How exciting! He puffed out his chest and thought, "I'm not scared of anything. I'm brave. I'm fast." He glanced towards the tall bushes, their green leaves rustling like they were calling his name. As Mum spoke to some nearby wallabies, Kippy saw his chance. He took one hop, then another. Then, without looking back, he bounced quietly towards the tall bushes, the world growing quieter with every step. He peeked past a bush, his nose twitching. Everything seemed peaceful, no snake, no danger. He smiled. "See, nothing to worry about." Suddenly, a low hiss cut through the air. It was sharp and cold like a shiver down his back. Kippy froze, his ears standing straight. The sound came again, closer this time. His heart pounded. He didn't feel brave anymore. The leaves near him trembled. The hiss grew louder. Kippy stood alone, small and scared, as the danger moved closer through the tall grass. Chapter 2. A Breath and a Hiss. Kippy crouched low behind a fallen log. His heart thudded like a drum inside his chest. He didn't move a muscle, not even a twitch. The hiss had stopped, but now there was another sound. A soft rustling. Something was moving through the grass. He peeked slowly over the edge of the log. Long and thin, the snake's body slid over the leaves like water. Its tongue flicked in and out, tasting the air. It was so close, Kippy could see the dark shine in its eyes. He sucked in a breath and didn't let it out. "Stay still," he whispered to himself. "Don't move, don't breathe." The snake paused. Its head lifted slightly, swaying side to side. It moved nearer, and Kippy felt the ground shift under its weight. A dry leaf crackled under the snake's belly. Kippy shut his eyes tight, trying to be invisible. The snake slithered past, its scales brushing the bark of the log. It was only a whisker away. As the last part of the snake's long tail slid by, Kippy opened his eyes just a little. His body was stiff, but inside, his mind raced. "Why didn't I listen? Mum told me not to come." He remembered her voice, soft but clear. "Obedience keeps you safe, my little Kippy." A tiny tear rolled down his cheek. "I should have listened," he whispered. The snake stopped. It turned its head back, its tongue flicking faster now. It had heard him. Panic rushed through Kippy's body. He looked around and saw an open space between the bushes, just big enough to hop through. His legs shook, but he knew he had to run. He had to be fast. Kippy gathered his strength, took a deep breath, and leapt from behind the log. The bushes flew past as he bounced through the opening, but the snake had seen him now. It turned sharply and slithered fast, faster than Kippy had thought possible. He could hear it behind him, the rustle, the hiss, the chase. He couldn't look back. He had to keep going. The wind whooshed past his ears. His legs burned. His breath came in gasps. But the snake was getting closer, closer, closer. Chapter 3. Safe in Mum's Pouch. Kippy's legs felt like jelly, but he did not stop. He jumped over a rock, around a bush, and past a tree, each bounce a little slower than the one before. The hiss behind him grew louder. The snake was close, too close. "Mum!" he cried, his voice cracked like dry twigs. "Mum, help me!" From behind a thick clump of ferns, something moved quickly through the trees. A strong figure bounded across the clearing. It was Mum. With a huge leap, she landed between Kippy and the snake. Her eyes were sharp, her body tall and still. The snake raised its head in surprise. "Stay away from my child," Mum said, her voice calm but strong. Then, with one powerful kick, she struck the snake. It flew back into the bushes, hissing as it disappeared into the grass. Kippy stood frozen. His chest moved up and down with heavy breaths. His legs shook. Tears filled his eyes as he rushed into his mum's pouch. He buried his face in her soft fur and held on tight. Mum gently leaned over and had Kippy close against her side. Her voice was gentle, like the wind after a storm. "That is why obedience keeps you safe, my little Kippy." Kippy sniffed and nodded. "I'm sorry, Mum. I thought I was being brave. I did not think it would really be dangerous." "Being brave is good," Mum said, "but it is also brave to listen when someone is trying to protect you." Kippy looked up at her. "Next time I will listen, I promise." She smiled and gave him a warm cuddle. "I believe you." The sun was low now, colouring the trees with gold and the sky with soft pink. They began the slow journey home, hopping side by side. As they moved through the quiet bush, Mum hummed a gentle tune. Every now and then she whispered, "Obedience keeps you safe, my little Kippy." The danger was over. The bush was calm again, and Kippy was right where he belonged. The end. Thank you for listening to this story. Please subscribe to get notifications when new stories come out.